हेलो, आवाज साउंड ठीक है? Hello everybody and welcome back. This is Rajan Roy and we are going to discuss today's GATE paper. तो आई होप आप सब लोग बहुत अच्छे से पेपर दिए होंगे, क्योंकि पेपर का जो लेवल था, जैसे कि बच्चों से अभी बात करके पता चला, दैट इज इजी टू मॉडरेट हम बोल सकते हैं। यानी कि जो क्वेश्चंस थे वो बहुत ज़्यादा टफ नहीं थे। तो ठीक है, आई होप आप लोगों को सॉल्व करने में अच्छा लगा होगा, राइट? अब लेकिन जब इजी टू मॉडरेट है तो कट ऑफ थोड़ा ऊपर जाता है, ठीक है, ये भी बात है, बट एक्चुअल पेपर जब आता है तो पता चलेगा। तो फाइन, बहुत अच्छा लगा कि आपने जो पढ़ा क्लास में वो आप कर पाए पेपर में, राइट? जैसे कि बच्चों से आइडिया लगा। अब देखिए, जस्ट आई हैव फ्यू क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू मशीन्स, फिर मेरे बाद मुरली सर विल कम। तो जैसे कि मान लीजिए, सपोज वन क्वेश्चन व्हाट आई हैव इज this power is 50 megawatt, means power is given and then they are asking and it is working on unity power factor, synchronous machine है मान लीजिए, and stator current is is delta power angle and power factor they are asking if the DC excitation or field current is increased. अब देखो, this type of questions we have solved and done in class also many times. Just what I have told, right? कुछ नहीं करना, एक ट्रायंगल बना लिया सर। ये क्या था? दिस वाज फील्ड करंट, दिस वाज आर्मेचर करंट, जिसको यहाँ स्टेटर करंट कहा गया है, राइट? एंड दिस इज योर V squared by XS in that triangle. Can you remember everything? Right. Line charging capacity I have explained you. And here, suppose this phi 1 is 0 because unity power factor is the working condition, and megawatt power, that is 50 megawatt, which is fixed. ये जो power है वो fixed है, because we know this is power axis, this is Q axis, if you can remember, right? So now what they are asking कि अगर मान लीजिए इसको हम बढ़ाते हैं, ये बढ़ा दिया, हाँ सर बढ़ा दीजिए, तो टू हैव सेम पावर नाउ इट विल रोटेट लाइक दिस। याद आ गया होगा आपको? हाँ सर बिल्कुल। तो नाउ दिस न्यू पॉइंट इज हियर, तो बताइए क्या क्या होगा, व्हाट विल बी इंपैक्ट ऑन इट। जैसे कि अगर मैं बोलूंगा प्रीवियसली डेल्टा 1, तो अभी क्या हो गया डेल्टा 2, नाउ दिस एंगल इज फाई 2, दिस इज IS2, राइट? तो क्या कमेंट कर सकते हैं बताइए? तो डेल्टा इज डिक्रीजिंग, राइट? IF बढ़ाने से क्या हो रहा है? डेल्टा डिक्रीज हो रहा है। दिख रहा है आपको? प्रीवियसली इट वाज सपोज डेल्टा 1, अभी डेल्टा 2 है ना, तो डेल्टा डिक्रीज हो रहा है। देन योर व्हाट इज पावर फैक्टर एंगल, तो फाई 0 से फाई 2, तो पावर फैक्टर एंगल इज इंक्रीजिंग, मीन्स the power factor decreasing and becomes lagging. Yani previously the power factor was unity power factor, but now it becomes lagging. Is that clear? Then what about your IS? तो बताइए, this was the stator angle, वैसे भी unity power factor पे current minimum होगा, right? तो IS is also increasing, यानी जो स्टेटर करंट है जिसको हम आर्मेचर करंट कहते हैं, that is increasing. तो इस तरह से इसका हम आंसर कर सकते हैं, जो आई होप आप सबने इसको सॉल्व किया होगा। इज दैट फाइन? ओके, अच्छा, अब आ जाते हैं नेक्स्ट। तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में जो मेरे पास डेटा है वो कुछ ऐसा है कि वन मोटर, मान लीजिए सिंक्रोनस मोटर है, इज फेड विथ 16.6 हर्ट्ज, ठीक है, फ्रीक्वेंसी। देन दिस मोटर इज गिविंग सप्लाई टू अल्टरनेटर, राइट? एंड दिस इज कनेक्टेड टू ग्रिड, हमारे ग्रिड से कनेक्टेड है। अच्छा सर, इधर 50 हर्ट्ज फ्रीक्वेंसी फिक्स है, यानी इसका भी फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना होगा? 50 हर्ट्ज। तो पॉसिबल पोल्स पूछ रहे हैं इसके कि क्या हो सकते हैं, एंड ऑप्शंस वेर गिवन, राइट? तो इसको कैसे सॉल्व करोगे? तो ऑफ कोर्स दिस इज लाइक प्राइम मूवर फॉर अल्टरनेटर, जैसा जितना डेटा अभी मेरे पास है उसके बेसिस पे बता रहा हूं। फॉर अल्टरनेटर दिस इज द प्राइम मूवर, सो बोथ स्पीड, the mechanical speed will be same, right? So can I say ns of motor is equal to ns of generator? Yes sir, why not? What is NS of motor? 120 into F by PM, like that. Similarly, what is NS of generator? 120 and the frequency is 50 Hertz by PG. So what we can see here, PG by PM, just solve it, you will get something like 3:1. So 3:1 means the option we have to choose, suppose this is 2 poles, so this will be 6 pole, like that. In this ratio the poles will be there. Whatever I have question, from that question we can conclude this. Is that fine? ठीक है? अच्छा, फिर एक और क्वेश्चन है, right? What I have from machine. See, in India, correct, our country 50 Hertz frequency, USA 60 Hertz. MSQ question was there, right? MSQ type of questions, correct? So they are asking if V by F constant, then BM के बारे में बोलना है, right? And जो मैग्नेटिक लॉसेस हैं वो कंपैरिजन करना है या कैलकुलेट करना है, ठीक है? ओके फाइन. तो नाउ माय डियर फ्रेंड, सी V by F constant, try to get my point. सपोज दिस इज द क्वेश्चन, जो मेरे पास अभी डेटा है उस हिसाब से. तो सपोज V by F कांस्टेंट मतलब व्हाट वी कैन से फ्रॉम हियर कि V by F अगर कांस्टेंट है, इसका मतलब कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग BM को कांस्टेंट लेके चलेंगे, राइट? तो ये पहला पार्ट तो हो गया. हाँ जी सर. नाउ व्हाट इज योर ईडी करंट लॉस? प्रोपोर्शनल टू BM square F square. If BM is constant, then proportional to F square. Yes, sir. And what is hysteresis losses? That is proportional to BM to the power eta into frequency. If BM is constant, so can I say this is proportional to frequency? Yes. So if frequency is more, then the losses will be more. So what we can conclude from here? In USA, as frequency is more, their ED current loss is more and hysteresis loss is more. Keeping V by F constant means BM constant. So that's it from my side. ठीक है? All the very very best. Again I repeat, the paper कैसा था? Easy to moderate था. तो of course doable थे सारे, क्लास नोट से ही आए हैं जैसा बच्चे बता रहे हैं. तो of course तो but ठीक है. Okay. All the very very best. Now next faculty will come. Thank you so much.
Dear students, greetings of the day. So I'll be taking transformers question. As you know, these questions are memory based. We have received one proper question, that is from the topic auto transformers. A single phase 15 kVA 1100 by 220 volt 2 winding transformer is reconnected as an auto transformer. They have given the voltage ratio 1.32 kV by 1.1 kV, and what is asked is find out the rating of auto transformer first. (15 kVA) 1100 by 220 volt 2 winding transformer. The current rating here is I1. The current rating of 220 volt is I2. Now this should be reconnected as an auto transformer. 1.32 kV is V1, means source side. So it is obvious it is additive polarity. Two windings are connected in series, but secondary side, load side, the output voltage is 1100 volts. So 1100 volt winding should be the common winding between source side and load side. So this is 220 volt winding and this is 1100 volt winding. Both are connected in series, additive polarity. So the total voltage is 1100 plus 220, 1.32 kV. Secondary side, load side, V2, 1100 volts. To calculate rating of this transformer, all we need is either V1 I1 or V2 I2. Easiest way, V1 I1. What is the current rating of 220 volt winding? If you know that, easily we can calculate. So first, current rating of 220 volt winding. Here, current rating of winding. I2 is equal to 15 kVA by 220 volts. So the current rating here is I1 is equal to 68.182. So rating is so as per the given connection, to find out the rating, it's the easiest way. Just find out V1 I1, it will give you the kVA rating of the transformer. Thank you.
बच्चों, आप लोगों ने गेट का पेपर तो दे ही दिया है। अब एक बार क्वेश्चन देख लेते हैं सिग्नल सिस्टम का। तो मैं और नवीन सर हम दोनों क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे अभी सिग्नल्स के। ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं, देखते हैं सवाल क्या है। तो सवाल ये डिस्क्रीट से रिलेटेड है। डिस्क्रीट टाइम में क्वेश्चन कुछ ऐसा है, अ सिग्नल एक्स ऑफ एन इज गिवन एज, क्या सिग्नल गिवन है, एक्स ऑफ एन इज इक्वल टू 0.9 की पावर मॉड एन, और हमें क्या कैलकुलेट करना है, रीजन ऑफ कन्वर्जेंस। तो बेटा इसमें क्या करेंगे, इस सिग्नल को दो पार्ट में लिखना है। 0.9 की पावर मॉड n है तो दो कंडीशंस के लिए लिखेंगे, n लेस देन इक्वल टू -1 के लिए और n ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 0 के लिए। अच्छा, n अगर नेगेटिव है तो मॉड n किससे रिप्लेस होगा, -n से, मतलब 0.9 की पावर -n। और अगर n पॉजिटिव है तो मॉड n को किससे रिप्लेस करेंगे, n से। इसको रीअरेंज करिए, इसको आप क्या लिख सकते हैं, 1/0.9 की पावर n, n लेस देन इक्वल टू -1 है तो स्टेप से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे। कौन सा स्टेप, जो माइनस इनफाइनाइट से -1 रेंज का होगा, मतलब u ऑफ -n -1। सेकेंड पार्ट को क्या लिखेंगे बेटा, 0.9 की पावर n इंटू क्या, un। un क्यों, क्योंकि n ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 0 है। अच्छा, अब अगर इन दोनों के लिए ROC लिखे तो फर्स्ट टर्म का ROC क्या, मॉड दैट लेस देन 1/0.9। लेस देन क्यों, क्योंकि सिग्नल लेफ्ट साइडेड है, लेफ्ट साइड सिग्नल का ROC सर्किल के इनसाइड होता है। व्हाट अबाउट सेकंड सिग्नल ROC, मॉड दैट ग्रेटर देन 0.9। ग्रेटर देन क्यों, क्योंकि सिग्नल राइट साइडेड है, राइट साइडेड सिग्नल का ROC सर्किल के आउटसाइड। इन दोनों से कॉमन ROC आप क्या लिखते, मॉड दैट बिटवीन 0.9 से कहां तक, 1/0.9 तक। अब अगर आप देखिए 0.9 से 1/0.9 कौन सा ऑप्शन मैच होगा, ऑप्शन सी। फटाफट सेकंड क्वेश्चन की ओर चलते हैं। नवीन सर का आप वेट कर रहे हैं, वो भी आएंगे, थर्ड क्वेश्चन में आ जाएंगे। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, कंटिन्यूअस टाइम सिग्नल क्या है, एक बार डेटा पढ़ो। अ कंटिन्यूअस टाइम सिग्नल xt विद टाइम पीरियड t ए सैंपल्ड विद सैम्पलिंग पीरियड, सैम्पलिंग इंटरवल गिवन है ts। if x of n is the output of sampler, तो सैम्पलर का आउटपुट क्या है, x of n। मतलब आप ऐसे समझ सकते हैं, एक सैम्पलर है, इस सैम्पलर का इनपुट है पीरियोडिक सिग्नल xt, सैम्पलर का आउटपुट है x of n, सैम्पलिंग इंटरवल है ts, और जो इनपुट है पीरियोडिक है, टाइम पीरियड t है, output of sampler, then xn is always periodic, xn will be periodic for t upon ts is rational number। यहाँ थोड़ा मिस्टेक है, रोटेशनल नहीं है, ये रैशनल है, रैशनल नंबर। xn will be periodic with all values of t by ts और xn will never be periodic। मतलब जो सैम्पलर का आउटपुट है x of n वो पीरियोडिक है, नॉन पीरियोडिक है, या फिर कब पीरियोडिक है ये बताना है। तो इसका सबसे आसान तरीका क्या है कि आप एक कोई साइनोसाइड अज्यूम कर ले, लाइक साइन ओमेगा नॉट टी, हुज फंडामेंटल टाइम पीरियड इज व्हाट, टी। अच्छा, अब इसको क्या करना है, सैंपल, तो टी को रिप्लेस करो NTS से, तो x ऑफ n क्या लिखोगे, x ऑफ n इज साइन ओमेगा नॉट NTS। ठीक है, तो मैंने t को किससे रिप्लेस किया, NTS से। फिर आप इसको क्या लिखते, साइन ओमेगा नॉट TS n। ठीक है, अब आप ओमेगा नॉट TS को क्या अज्यूम कर लोगे, डिस्क्रीट सिग्नल का एक न्यू फ्रीक्वेंसी ओमेगा नॉट डैश, इसे क्या अज्यूम करोगे, ओमेगा नॉट डैश इंटू n। तो हमने एक डिस्क्रीट टाइम सिग्नल लिखा है जिसका फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना, ओमेगा नॉट डैश। ओमेगा नॉट डैश किसके इक्वल है, ओमेगा नॉट TS के इक्वल है। अच्छा, पीरियोडिसिटी के लिए कंडीशन होता है, कंडीशन याद करो, for periodicity of discrete sinusoid condition is 2 pi upon omega naught dash, ratio should be rational number। ठीक है, अच्छा 2 pi upon omega naught dash, ओमेगा नॉट डैश किसके इक्वल, ओमेगा नॉट TS, ओमेगा नॉट TS के इक्वल, ये कैसा होना चाहिए, रैशनल नंबर। फिर ओमेगा नॉट को आप क्या लिखेंगे, 2 pi अपॉन टाइम पीरियड ऑफ कंटिन्यूअस टाइम सिग्नल। कंटिन्यूअस टाइम सिग्नल का टाइम पीरियड कितना है, t इंटू क्या है बेटा, TS। कैसा आना चाहिए, रैशनल नंबर। 2 पाई से 2 पाई कैंसल आउट, तो क्या आया, t बाई TS शुड बी क्या, रैशनल नंबर। अब अगर आप चेक करें तो कौन सा ऑप्शन मैच होगा, कौन सा ऑप्शन मैच होगा, ऑप्शन बी, xn will be periodic for t by ts is rational number। मतलब जो सैम्पलर का आउटपुट x of n है बेटा, वो कब पीरियोडिक होगा, जब t by ts कैसा नंबर होगा, रैशनल नंबर। अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए नवीन सर आएंगे, उसका आंसर नवीन सर देंगे। सर,
Thank you, Sugit sir. Hello students, you will see the next question, that is question number 3, given from the systems, classification of systems. So given equation is t square into y double dash of t plus 70 into y dash of t plus y of t is equal to sin t. So here we are assuming the sin t as an input signal. Then we can write like this the given equation. So t square d square y of t divided by dt square plus 70 into dy of t divided by dt plus y of t is going to be equal to sin t. Assuming the sin t as the input value, it's a memory based question, sin t input value. You know this is the linear element, this is also a linear element. So complete equation was going to be considered to be as a linear. So it is actually linear equation we are having. And now coming to the next one, asking for the time invariant. Obviously we knows that our input or output is multiplying with independent variable, system will become as a time variant. Instead of checking delay in input and delay in output, use a shortcut. Any t operation is multiplying to your input or output, system become time variant. So these are memory based questions which are given in the signals and system. Hope you done well in the exam. Thank you. Variant which is equal to option A. Okay, thank you students.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody.
So aptitude was on the manageable side.
It's so easy to moderate today. It's electrical engineering. Today, reasoning aptitude questions are easy and moderate. Almost you have done similar questions or same questions. These are memory based. Got few questions, around 5 questions. We are going to solve it. Myself and Astos sir.
चलिए देखें हम क्वेश्चंस के solution. I hope it was on the easy to moderate side.
Moderate.
Now here quickly we'll have that's why we have written it here, sir.
So, okay. Very first question is the triangle given, square given, pentagon, as well as hexagon. Triangle, how many sides are there? 3 sides. And this will be 4 sides, 5 sides, similarly 6 sides. Then 3 sides, factorial 3. And 4 sides, factorial 4. 5 sides, factorial 5. And automatic 6 sides, factorial 6, 720. So answer is 720.
Right. I hope there should not have been any problem. थोड़ा सा click होने का था. If it would have clicked 3 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial and 6 factorial. Number of sides का factorial. Quickly we have here p square plus q square is equal to 13. So p square minus q square is equal to 13. Now 13 is a prime number, so it will have exactly 2 factors. हम वैसे वो भी करते हैं in class में, discuss
P plus
पूरा.
12.
So what will happen? 13 can be written as only 1 into 13, and P and Q are positive integers, so P minus Q and P plus Q, right? So the only thing which is possible for 13 is 1 and 13 itself. So let's put it 1, let's put it here 13. I don't know why we are able to edit 1 and 13. P minus Q is 1, P plus Q is 13. Eventually we'll get the value of independent and individual values of P and Q. So PQ have to be 42.
So instead of solving, if you using directly also doesn't matter. So using the 42 possible 7 into 6, 72, 8 into 9, 7 into 8, 11 into 4. There is no possibility 72, 8 into 9 not equal. 56, 7, 8 not equal. 44, 4, 11 square not equal. Only possibility is 7 into 6. 7 square is equal to 6 square plus 30.
Sir is saying we can see what these values are resulting in. It is 6 into 7, it is 8 into 9, it is 7 into 8 and 11 into 4. That way, matlab through options we could have also tried it if the options are there, right? So equation से option से कैसे भी question हो सकता था. Let's quickly move on to the third. Easy one this time, I think, if it is the question, right, sir?
So it is a prime numbers. Prime numbers, you have taken only single digit prime numbers. You have done many things or permutations. And what is the single digit prime number? 2, 3, 5, 7. You have to get it 3 digit number.
Four numbers are there.
4 numbers. What is the possibility? First possibility, 4 possibilities. Second possibility is 3 possibilities and 2 possibilities. Otherwise, we also can do like this. 4p3 equal to 24. The writing 4p3 doesn't matter. Otherwise, we take like this, nothing wrong.
Different means repetition is not wrong.
Repetition. Once they are not given repetition, we cannot consider repetition. Even if we take repetition also, multiple choice is not available.
So I hope it seems to be manageable this time. It seems to be manageable. आपका क्या है इसका? हाँ जी.
So it is a geometry problem. So we can take directly also. This value 80 degrees. So remain 180 minus 80 is equal to 100 degrees. So this is equal to 100 by 2. This is a bisecting angle 100 by 2, 50 degrees. No need of going to any kind of derivations.
Actually ये है इसका, देखिए आप, ये एंगल है 180.
180.
This is 180
Yes.
and measure of this angle minus
80.
half of that. और भी बहुत सारे तरीके. Anyway, we could have seen this is radii, this is radii, this is radii, this is radii, this triangle is an isosceles one.
Yes.
आप ऐसे ले लीजिए, दोनों एंगल को सेम लेंगे, इन दोनों के भी. For a while, if we assume them to be equal, they can attain any value. But here, if I take here 80, how much will be this angle? This angle 2 of x plus 80 should be equal to. So this angle will come out to be 50. There are many other ways of doing it.
This will be 65.
This will be 65, 65. So once here it is in the same way we can get here 65 and 65. That is equal to 130. तो ऊपर वाला एंगल आ जाएगा 50. आप अगर ऐसा ना भी करना चाहें, this angle will come out to be, let's see one more way. If it is 65, it will come out to be 115, not 135. It will become 115. It will be 115. 115 हो गया 230 और यहाँ आ गया 80. ये हो गया 310. ये क्वाड्रिलेटरल है. सो क्वाड्रिलेटरल का जो एंगल सम होता है that should be equal to 360. So 360 minus that should be equal to, but it is less likely. You remember this formula, major arc minus arc, half of it. Less likely that you are going to remember it. So one minute, sir. So we have here, यहाँ पे आप 80 plus 50 plus 50 will make it 100. Here it is 65, 60. दोनों ट्रायंगल में सेम कर लेते हैं. ये आइसोस, ये और ये साइड रेडियस की वजह से बराबर हो गया. नाउ 65, 65. So here also 65, 65. That will make it 130. Angle sum in red triangle. Base angles we already know 65 and 65. ऊपर वाला एंगल आ जाएगा 50 degrees. चलिए.
So last question. So last question of memory based questions.
हाँ, इसमें अभी हाँ आप एक्सप्लेन करिए.
We have to find out intersection. They given two equations. One is y is equal to x square. Second one y is equal to minus x square minus 2x minus pi. Equating of both. minus x square comes to left hand side, plus 2x square, this will be plus 2x and plus 5. What you are getting? We are getting of discriminant will be negative. That is b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac. It is coming less than 0. Once it is less than 0, there is no intersection.
देखो इसका एक अच्छा सा वीडियो मैंने पहले भी है, एक वीडियो है जिसमें मैंने पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन के लिए बताया है, काफी अच्छी वीडियो है वो. सो इन दोनों को जब हम इक्वल रखेंगे, दैट मींस वैल्यू ऑफ y शुड कम आउट टू बी इक्वल. पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन वो होते हैं जहां पे कर्व, ये एक कर्व है, ये दूसरा कर्व है, इफ दे माइट इंटरसेक्ट एट two places, they might not intersect each other. So we need to put value of y should be equal to 0. दोनों का जो ordinate होता है, it should come out to be equal. So y, this is y should come out to be equal for both the curve. So हमने y को दोनों का equal रखा. अब जो ये equation आई, राइट, जो इसके रूट्स होंगे वहां पे हमें पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन मिलने वाला है. इसके रूट्स ही नहीं आ रहे हैं बिकॉज b square minus 4ac will come out to be thoroughly negative. 2 square minus 2 into 5 will come out to be negative. So इस इक्वेशन के रूट्स नहीं आ रहे हैं, यानी ऊपर वाली इक्वेशन के पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन नहीं आ रहे हैं. दूसरा भी तरीका था, बहुत ही सिंपल सा, एक चीज और सोच सकते थे. दिस कर्व इज गोइंग टू बी थॉरली नेगेटिव, और ये वाला जो कर्व है हमारा, ये तो हमारा ओरिजिन से पास होने वाला पैराबोला है, और ये माइनस हो गया जैसी कोफिशिएंट, ये हमारा नीचे वाला पैराबोला हो गया. इसका वर्टेक्स भी 5 -5 पे है. तो ये चलिए मैं यहां पे कर देता हूं ड्रॉ. ये एक हमारा एक कर्व ये हो गया, और एक कर्व हमारा यहां पे जो कि -5 पे है. इफ यू पुट x इक्वल टू 0, दिस इज कमिंग आउट टू बी -5. तो ये कर्व हमेशा एक्स एक्सिस से नीचे ही, ये कर्व हमेशा एक्स एक्सिस से नीचे ही नीचे रह गया, और ये कर्व ओरिजिन से हो रहा है पास. दे कैन नॉट बी एनी पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन. कर्व्स विल नेवर इंटरसेक्ट. हैड इट बीन द क्वेश्चन, यहां पे प्लस आ जाता तो वो कर्व का वर्टेक्स ऊपर चला जाता, इसे इंटरसेक्शन वो करने लगता. अभी स्टिल वी आर नॉट कंफर्म वेदर इट वाज पॉजिटिव है. अगर पॉजिटिव होता है, इसके दो रूट्स आते, इरेशनल रूट्स आने लगते. तो पता नहीं यहाँ पे क्या था, आप लोगों को बेहतर पता होगा. इफ इट वाज माइनस, दे विल नॉट इंटरसेक्ट. एक कर्व हमेशा पॉजिटिव है, एक कर्व हमेशा नेगेटिव है, सो दे आर नेवर गोइंग टू इंटरसेक्ट. और अदर वे अराउंड पुट y इक्वल टू 0, दिस इक्वेशन विल यील्ड पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन. इस इक्वेशन के रूट्स ही नहीं आ रहे हैं, सो नो पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन एग्जिस्ट. राइट.
For general aptitude reasoning, there is no need of going to derivations. Whatever possibility, you can write it direct answers. There is no need of going like mathematics derivations. These are memory based questions. And if you have any other questions, please send to us. Thank you for all.
One more thing, let's see here. What was this thing? हाँ, ये तो कैसे भी देख सकते थे आप. पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन y शुड बी इक्वल टू y, जैसे ही हमने दोनों का y बराबर रखा, जो इक्वेशन अब आई है उसके रूट्स नहीं आ रहे, यानी एक्चुअल इक्वेशन के पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन नहीं आ रहे हैं. इसका d नेगेटिव आ रहा है ना, और अदरवाइज ग्राफिकली वी कुड हैव सीन इट. राइट. एंड नेक्स्ट थिंग, दिस वाज अ इजी वन, कुड हैव बीन डन इन मेनी वेज. इफ आपको फॉर्मूला याद भी नहीं था तो भी इट कुड हैव बीन डन इन एंगल सम अबाउट अ क्वाड्रिलेटरल, और एनीवे एंगल सम अबाउट अ क्वाड्रिलेटरल अबाउट टू ट्रायंगल्स, और other way around it could have been done without knowing even the formula. अगले वाले पे आ जाते हैं. हाँ, repetition is not allowed because he is saying the word different. So and here it is, prime number can be factorized in only this way.
Two factors.
और वो पॉजिटिव इंटीजर है तो उसमें कोई टेंशन नहीं है ना. So
So it
चलिए,
is 3 sides factorial 3, 4 sides factorial 4, and 5 sides factorial 5, 6 sides factorial 6 will be 720. Right?
क्वेश्चन सीम्स मैनेजेबल. अगर आप दीज वर द क्वेश्चंस, आपके हिसाब से आर वी एबल टू स्पॉट आउट द क्वेश्चंस, राइट? इफ दीज वर द क्वेश्चन, पेपर वाज ऑन द मैनेजेबल साइड, विल से रेटिंग विल बी इजी टू मैनेजेबल, इजी टू मॉडरेट. यस,
Easy to moderate. If you have any other questions, please send to us.
थैंक यू सो मच. राइज हायर, शाइन ब्राइटर, एंड ऑल द बेस्ट गाइज.
Hello students, I hope you have done mathematics well in electrical paper, right? The paper is very quite easy, right? And I hope everyone got the solutions for every question, and that too within the time, right? Yes. So dear students, this is one of the complex analysis question. You can see this is of dz and the contour is given as this. So this is our contour actually, right? This is our contour. ये हमारा contour है, right? If you want to evaluate this complex integration, there are two things you know that. If the poles inside, we use the CIT. If the poles outside, we use the CRT. As simple as that. So what are the poles of these functions? Are here it is. Poles are given by the denominator is equal to 0. So जब denominator is equal to 0 है, तो denominator, so you can write it even if you want, z minus I into z minus 2 is equal to 0, right? So then you are going to get I comma 2, right? These are the two poles and these are simple poles, right? These are the simple poles here. So अगर ये simple poles है, तो what is the residue at iota here? तो चलो रेसिड्यू पहले फाइंड आउट करने के लिए लेट अस सी दैट वेदर द पोल्स आर इनसाइड और आउटसाइड द कंटूर हियर. तो कंटूर क्या दिया है बेटा? कंटूर तो हमको दिया है कि z माइनस माइनस 2i इज इक्वल टू 3/2, राइट और नॉट? नाउ आई विल टेक दिस आयोटा एंड पुट इट इन दिस. सो पुट z इज इक्वल टू आयोटा हियर. तो क्या मिल रहा है बेटा? तो इसमें आयोटा माइनस 2 माइनस आयोटा विच इज गिविंग यू मा 2 हियर विच इज ग्रेटर देन 3/2. Right? Agar the modulus value is greater than the radius, it is very clear that it lies outside. Right or not? Lies outside C here. तो अगर कंटूर से बाहर है, so we ignore this pole, right? तो अब next point क्या है? अगर next point है कि we have to check the other pole here. So that is z is equal to 2 here. अगर z इज इक्वल टू 2 इसमें सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं तो कंटूर क्या देगा यहाँ पर? 2 माइनस आयोटा विच इज इक्वल टू मॉड्यूलस ऑफ i विच इज इक्वल टू 1 विच इज लेस देन 3/2. सो ये रेडियस से कम है तो देयरफॉर इट इज इनसाइड. तो अगर वो इनसाइड है तो वी हैव टू गो फॉर रेसिड्यू, राइट और नॉट? वी हैव टू गो फॉर रेसिड्यू. तो अगर रेसिड्यू करते हैं तो बाय CRT द इंटीग्रल इज गिवन बाय integral C f of z dz is given by 2 pi I into the residue at 2 here. But you know that as it is a simple pole, so 2 is a simple pole. So let's take the residue as limit z tends to 2, okay, z minus 2 into f of z. So what is our f of z was here? f of z यहाँ पर क्या दिया है? z plus 1 whole square, z plus 1 whole square by z minus 1 into z minus 2 beta into dz. अगर z minus 2 z minus iota, sorry, this is z minus iota. So z minus 2 gets cancelled, but if you take this one as 2, if you take it inside, 2 plus 1 it is 3, so 3 square it is 9, and this is 2 minus iota into this is z minus 2. So that means okay, sorry, this is the way you are going to get the answer. So but you know that once it is a rational number, I mean complex number in the denominator, you have to go for the rationalization. So it is 2 plus iota by 2 plus iota. So then you will be getting your answer. It has 4 plus 1, right? It's 4 plus 1. So 2 pi I by 5 of this is 9 into 2, that is 18 plus 9i, right or not? So this is the way you get it. But this is a memory based question. So actually my question is that it may not, if it is z minus I, this is the answer, but if it is z minus 1, suppose, so दोनों की दोनों अंदर है, दोनों की दोनों अंदर होता है, so तब उसका आंसर ये होगा बेटा. अगर if it is of f of z is equal to z plus 1 whole square by z minus 1 into z minus 2, अगर ये फंक्शन है, इसका आंसर होगा एग्जैक्टली दिस इज 10 पाई आई होगा, क्योंकि दोनों इंटीग्रल C f of z dz इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई आई इंटू द रेसिड्यू एट 1 प्लस रेसिड्यू एट 2. तो दोनों की दोनों अंदर है, तो दोनों को बनाते हैं, तो पूरा रेसिड्यू कितना आता है कि 2 पाई आई इंटू रेसिड्यू 1 पे आता है -4 और 2 पे आता है 9, तो इसका आंसर होगा 10 पाई आई, मतलब 10 पाई आई। अगर क्वेश्चन में z माइनस आई होता है तो दैट इज द आंसर, इफ z माइनस 1 हुआ तो ये आंसर है। दिस इज जस्ट प्योरली मेमोरी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन, सो ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड। सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच इज ऑफ डायरेक्टली लीनियर अलजेब्रा क्वेश्चन। यहां देख लीजिए, ए एंड बी बोथ द मैट्रिसेस हैव कॉमन आइगन वैल्यू। कॉमन आइगन वैल्यू का मतलब क्या है? इसका ये कहना है कि लैम्डा ए इज इक्वल टू लैम्डा बी इज ऑल्सो 2 हियर। अगर किसी भी लैम्डा, आई मीन इफ एनी रूट, or you can say that if 2 is an eigenvalue, then it is satisfies its characteristic equation. So therefore here, so this is the characteristic equation for lambda is equal to 2. So therefore, so this is the right one. And since 2 is also eigenvalue of b, so therefore it satisfies the characteristic equation for b also, I mean for 2 also, right? But if you know that what is the eigenvalue of this matrix, अगर ये मैट्रिक्स का eigenvalue लेना चाहते हैं तो क्या होगा? लैम्डा ऑफ a प्लस बी माइनस 4i होगा ना, तो इज नथिंग बट लैम्डा a प्लस लैम्डा b माइनस 4, बट लैम्डा ये कितना? 2 और ये 2 और 2 और 4, ये पूरा हो गया 0, तो मतलब 0 इज एन आइगन वैल्यू, 0 आइगन वैल्यू हो रहा है, राइट और नॉट? तो डिटरमिनेंट भी 0 होगा। अगर लैम्डा 0 हो गया तो डिटरमिनेंट भी 0 होगा, क्योंकि इफ वन ऑफ द आइगन वैल्यू इज 0, द मैट्रिक्स इज गोइंग टू बी सिंगुलर मैट्रिक्स, राइट और नॉट? तो इसीलिए द डिटरमिनेंट ऑफ दिस मैट्रिक्स इज 0 बिकॉज ऑफ द लैम्डा इज 0, करेक्ट? सो देयरफॉर दिस इज आल्सो ट्रू, but here as per the information the lambda is not equal to 0 for this, so therefore this is not going to be the true. So as per the question availability and the information or the data, so मेरा आंसर है A, B, D here, ठीक है, as per the data. Now coming to the next question which is of integration बेटा। so यहां थोड़ा सा ट्विस्ट है, ये क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा सा ट्विस्ट होगा। जैसे इस तरह क्वेश्चन को सोल्व करना बोले तो थोड़ा सा हम यहां पर what we have to do is that, so what we can do here it is, let us take x is equal to 1 by x and the differentiation of this one is minus 1 by x square dx. so अगर इस सब्स्टिट्यूशन से अगर आप इंटीग्रल को लेते हैं तो अब इंटीग्रेशन हो जाएगा 1 by pi, it is infinity to 0, infinity, लिमिट्स बदल जाता है क्योंकि आपको 1 by infinity है, तो लिमिट्स 0 इन्फिनिटी बन जाता है, इन्फिनिटी 0 बन जाता है, तो इन्फिनिटी टू 0 हो जाता है। सो ये 1 by x to the power of 2026 by 1 plus 1 by x to the power of 2026, okay, then into this one is 1 plus 1 by x square here and it is of dx. so dx ये हो रहा है कि minus 1 by x square dx हो रहा है, राइट और नॉट? सो अगर इस तरह लेते हैं, सो इसका इंटीग्रेशन ये बन रहा है बेटा 1 by pi, it is of 0 to infinity, because as it is minus, so we can multiply with the integration limits and therefore the integration limits will be interchanged and it becomes 0 to infinity, and this will become as here x to the power of 2026 by 1 plus x to the power of 2026 into 1 plus x square बनेगा, राइट? ये इंटीग्रल है। अब ये इंटीग्रल में क्या है कि दिस वन, सॉरी 1 सेकेंड, ये बन रहा है बेटा 1 by this, then here this integral is same as this integral here as per the substitution, this integral is same as this integration, तो आप इन दोनों को ऐड कर लीजिए, so I plus I बनेगा बेटा, तो that becomes 1 by pi of integral 0 to infinity of this x power 2026, okay, and then plus 1 by x power 2026 plus 1 into x square plus 1 into dx। अगर ये दोनों कट गया तो क्या होगा बेटा? ये 2i is equal to 1 by pi of integration of this one is tan inverse of x from 0 to infinity, तो ये हो गया 1 by 2 pi of this pi by 2. So pi gets cancelled, the answer is what? 1 by 4. 1 by 4 here. So this is little bit of, this is the crucial part of this question. बस ये आइडिया आना चाहिए तभी ये क्वेश्चन बनेगा, राइट? सो यूनिक क्वेश्चन है बेटा, यूनिक क्वेश्चन। अब यहां पर देखो बेटा, ये सीधा है, ये यूलर कॉची है, सब लोगों को पता है बेटा ये यूलर कॉची है। यूलर कॉची इज व्हाट? लीनियर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन विथ वेरिएबल कोएफिशिएंट्स, तो इसके नाम में है ना लीनियर, तो ये एक नॉन लीनियर नहीं है बेटा, ये पक्का लीनियर इक्वेशन है, ठीक है, राइट। Very direct question. Coming to this one, if A and B both are having of order n by n and the same, so determinants अभी तो बनाया मैंने ये question, right? Coming to this question, there are p column vectors having n values. See, this question is having little bit of ambiguity data, तो data पूरा complete नहीं है इसमें. So before not having the proper data, I may not discuss this, but I have one question which is very interesting question बेटा. तो यहाँ क्वेश्चन ये है कि रैंडम वेरिएबल के बारे में पूछा था, तो वो क्या है exactly? Let me show you this question here. It is. The question is that e of x equal to 1, right? E of y is equal to 2. E of x square is equal to how much? So 4. E of y square is equal to what? 9. E of xy is equal to here 0.9. You understand that x and y are given as two random variables and वो भी real random variables बताया, ठीक है? So find the alpha, ठीक है? One second. I hope everybody has done the questions very comfortably. So E of xy is equal to 0.99. Now the question is find the value of alpha. Find the value of alpha which minimizes the expression E of x minus alpha y whole square is, right? So this is one expression. Let me do this expression. First of all, let me understand what is E of x minus alpha y whole square. So this can be written as here. This is a minus b whole square form. So therefore x square plus alpha square y square minus 2 alpha x y here, right? So this becomes E of x square plus alpha square E of y square, ठीक है, minus 2 alpha E of x y here, right? तो ये वैल्यू कितना दिया था बेटा, 4 है, और ये अल्फा स्क्वायर है, और ये 9 है, और ये माइनस 2 इंटू 0.9 है. सो दिस इज प्योरली माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, जो भी मैंने हम समझता है कि यहाँ पर ये एक्सप्रेशन को सम एफ समझेंगे, एफ. तो ये एक पैराबोला है, तो पैराबोला इज मिनिमम ना, बिकॉज इट्स अ पैराबोला ऑफ डिग्री 2. सो अल्फा स्क्वायर की कोएफिशिएंट क्या है, अल्फा स्क्वायर की कोएफिशिएंट इज पॉजिटिव है, तो पॉजिटिव है तो मिनिमम एट द स्टेशनरी पॉइंट. सो देयरफॉर दिस इज मिनिमम एट द स्टेशनरी पॉइंट. तो कौन सी स्टेशनरी पॉइंट बेटा, माइनस बी बाई टू ए. तो माइनस बी बाई टू ए मतलब क्या है, ये माइनस ऑफ माइनस, दिस इज 1.8 divided by minus of minus plus divided by a. A means what, 9, right? So this is 9 here, you are getting b by 2a. So this is 2 into. So this becomes how much, 1 by 10. So the alpha value has become 1 by 10. At this stationary point, that is alpha is equal to 1 by 10, this function is getting minimized. Okay. So this is purely, every time I used to say that for EC electrical students compulsory the maximum minima question comes. But here very surprisingly the question has been asked, but in terms of random variables this question has been generated, but ultimately their aim is to find the minimum only. So thank you.
Good afternoon, dear students. This year from electric circuits, 7 questions were asked. If you come to the standard of questions, it is easy to moderate. Out of these 7 questions, we got the complete information about only 6 questions. Okay, let us start from the first one. In this particular example, in the data, source voltage is given and current is also given. What is your requirement is the input power factor. If you observe this voltage, only one frequency is present, but correspond to current 2 frequencies are present. That means more than one frequency is present. First, let us concentrate on the apparent power. To find out this apparent power, let us concentrate on the effective RMS current. Let us focus on the effective RMS current. Whenever this unequal frequencies are present, this effective RMS current equal to, what the peak value, this one is a 12. What the RMS value is a 12 by root 2. And what about this second component, what the peak value is a 9. What the RMS value is a 9 by root 2. Now by simplifying this one, we can find out the effective RMS current. If you simplify this one, you get approximately some 15 by root 2. 15 by root 2. Now effective current is known, and we know that peak value voltage also. From peak value voltage, we can convert the respective RMS voltage. Can you find out respective apparent power? Now VRMS, IRMS. Now if you come to strictly speaking, in this one I am focusing only on magnitude. If you come to apparent power, actual form is a VI conjugate. VI conjugate. But here in my calculations only I need the magnitude. Magnitude purpose, we can go for the formula either VA or VA conjugate. Any formula we can use. Now what about this VRMS is the 325. 325 by root 2. What about this IRMS is the 15 by root 2. Now apparent power is obtained. Now let us focus on active power. Always this active power is calculated now between the similar frequency components. Correspond to input voltage, whatever this omega equal 100 pi. Now here also 100 pi is present. Now what is our general formula is the active power general formula is the VI cos theta, VA cos theta. If you observe here, whatever is peak voltage is how much? 325. What about the peak value current is 12. 12 by root 2. If you observe this given equations, angle between these two is equal to 0. That means cos 0 is equal to 1. Cos 0 equal to 1. By simplifying this one, active power is obtained. But what is the requirement is the power factor. Our requirement is input power factor. Cos theta equals, simply we can reduce to the real power by corresponding apparent power. If you substitute respect to apparent power, real power in this one, by simplifying this one, we get the pointage. Okay, I hope you got the same answers now. Okay, come to the next one. In this particular example, what is your requirement is the VTH. What is the requirement is the VTH and the RTH. VTH and the RTH. First let us focus on the VTH here. Case 1, let us find out the VTH. To find out VTH, what is the procedure? Now wherever we get the response, the corresponding resistor is known as a load resistor. Now disconnect the load resistor and find open circuit voltage. Now what is your requirement is the open circuit voltage. In this example here, for the first letter give the positive sign and other one is the negative sign. Your requirement is the VTH. Voltage across this branch both are the same. Now what is the voltage? The minus and plus. What is the voltage will be the 20 volts. Voltage is the 20 volts. In this example, if you go for KVL equation for this one, if you go for the KVL equation for this one, what is the voltage, how much here? 100. What is the voltage? 20. Minus plus means addition. Then what is the net voltage across this one will be the 120 volts. By writing the KVL equation for this part, we are the 120 volts. And in this part, if you go for KVL equation, in this part again, if you go for the KVL equation, lower potential to higher potential voltage rise. Again here higher potential to lower potential voltage drop. Again lower potential to higher potential voltage rise. If I simplify this one, that VTH is equal to 140 volts. VThevenin is completed. VThevenin is completed. Now what is the one more requirement is the RTH. What is your one more requirement is the RTH. To find out this RTH, what the procedure is deactivate all the independent sources. Deactivate all the independent sources. This voltage source replaced by short circuit. All the voltage sources are replaced by the short circuit. And with respect to load terminals, now you have to find out the RTH. With respect to this load terminals, we have to find out the RTH. Now for this example, directly you can convert the answers here. Short circuit resistance and its resistance. For this example here, 10 kilo ohm and short circuit. But short circuit resistance how much here? 0. Equivalent resistance, this entire part is a 0. Again here also short circuit resistance 0. Equivalent resistance, this part is also equal to 0. Then from this one we can conclude this R Thevenin is equal to 0. R Thevenin is equal to 0. Come to this one. In this example, we have to find out RL. We have to find out RL such that maximum power transferred from source to load. That means what is the condition for the maximum power? Simply we have to conclude the respect to RTH. The condition for the maximum power is RL is equal to RTH. Now for this example, to find out the RTH, what is the procedure again? Deactivate all the independent sources. That voltage source is replaced by the short circuit. And with respect to load terminals, now you have to find out the RTH. Now for this example, we can write this as 5 ohms, 10 ohms. Now for this example, what is the resistance value? How much here? 0. This 0 and 5 ohms both are the parallel. 0, 5 ohms both are the parallel. What is the equivalent resistance? This part is a 0. If this part 0, we can conclude 10 and 4. 10 and 4 both are kind of the parallel. If both are the parallel, now 10 into 4 by 10 plus 4. 40 by 14. Can anybody give the answer for this 40 by 14? What is the approximate answer? How much? 2.857. Okay, dear students, remaining questions explained by the Naresh sir.
Thank you, sir. The question is given is based on the linear and non-linear. Is given a circuit is here. Diode, resistance, inductor and capacitor. What are the time invariant elements? And linear time invariant elements are the directly you can say RLC are the linear time invariant. Diode is a non-linear. So the answer is here RLC. The C is the option for this question. Okay. Now coming to this is now given is a two-port network. The VTH or not a VTH, this is a VXY. I think is this is VXY or VTH or IX is given. This total network is replaced by not an equivalent circuit. Here find out the IN and RN based on the given data. Here VX and IX, this is a VX and this is IX, actually VXY hona hai. This is a VXY and this IX. This total is replaced with a VTH
and RTH. Now this given information is VXY is how much voltage here now? Voltage is 30 volts. If you are connected, it's 30 volts. This is a VXY. The current is IX. Now apply KVL in this loop. Here VTH, here plus minus, here plus IX into RTH is equal to 30. Now substitute Ix value is here 0.5 VTH plus 0.5 RTH is equal to 30 volts. Equation 1. Same way, the second equation is replace Ix with a 1 and VXY is here 36 volts. I am directly writing now. Here VTH plus Ix value is 1 into RTH is equal to 36 volts. Solve 1 and 2. You get now RTH values. Your same VTH is here 0.5 RTH is equal to 30. Equation 1. The minus here 1 minus 0.5 RTH is equal to 6 and RTH is equal to 12 ohms. So RTH and RN both are same. This value becomes 12 ohms. Okay, now what about VTH value is? Substitute VTH value is here. So VTH is from this. VTH is equal to here 30 minus 0.5 into RTH. 0.5 into RTH is 12 into 0.5 6, 24 volts. So now IN is equal to VTH by RTH. VTH will be 24 upon 12, 2 ampere. The answer is 2 amperes and 12 ohms. Okay. Now the last question. We are asking about I of t is 1, U of t is given milliamperes, and then which of the following options are correct? Means Vc of t at t is equal 0 plus and t is equal 0.5 and infinite seconds में पूछ रहे हैं. T is equal 0 plus, this is a DC voltage, this another is a unit step voltage. So T is equal Vc of 0 plus, you have to find out Vc of 0 plus is equal to Vc of 0 minus or not. So पहले Vc of 0 minus find out करना है. So T is equal to 0 minus, but the capacitor is connected to the source or not? Yes, DC voltage source is there, capacitor is connected to the source. So with source, C with source means it is acts as a open circuit. It reaches the steady state. Now your open circuited, this current source is acts as a open circuit. Why? Because this value is 0 amperes. Now the circuit becomes 10 volts, 25 kilo ohms. Here the capacitor is replaced by open circuit. This also replaced by open circuit. Now find out volt across capacitor at t is equal to 0 minus. This is a Vc of 0 minus. This value becomes directly, you can use the voltage division. Vc of 0 minus is equal to 10 into 100k by 125. 100 plus 25 is 125. 25k. This value becomes 8 volts. 125 is 8 volts. So Vc of 0 plus is equal to Vc of 0 minus. So Vc of 0 plus value is 8 volts. And t tends to infinite. What is the volt across capacitor? Again same. The capacitor is reaches to now voltage source. Here capacity replaced by. Now the current source is coming to the picture 1 milliamperes and this 100 kilo ohms. 100 kilo ohms, 25 kilo ohms. Here 10 volts. Now Vc of infinite. Okay, this is Vc of infinite. You just apply KCL. Here Vc of infinite minus 10 by 25k plus Vc of infinite by 100k is equal to 1 milliampere is incoming. Now solve this one. You get a Vc of infinite is equal to 28 volts. And another is asking about a t is equal to 0.5. What is the Vc value? Vc of 0.5 seconds, how much? Now, this is a first order circuit. So, what to find out Vc of t? Vc of t is equal to final value and final value is already know that 28 volts. So initial value minus final value you can write. The formula is iterating now. Final value plus initial value minus final value. Final value plus initial value minus final value into e power minus t by tau. Now find out the tau value. Time constant tau is equal to R equivalent into C. What R equivalent is here? Now whenever finding the R equivalent, inactive the independent sources, voltage source replaced by short circuit, so 25 kilo ohms. Here capacity से देखना है, current source replaced by open circuit, here 100 kilo ohms. Looking from here, R equivalent is becomes 25 into 100 by 125. 25 4 the 25 5 the this value is 5 kilo ohms. Now RC tau is equal to RC 5 kilo into C value is, how much the C value is here? C value is given at 10 microfarad. 10 microfarad. This value becomes 5 into 50 milliseconds. Here for 5 5 the, this is now 5 24. 25 5 the 5 5 the, this is 20 kilo ohms. 20 kilo ohms. 20 kilo into this are 200 milliseconds. 200 milliseconds. This value is 200 milliseconds. Now substitute in this one Vc of t. Vc of t is equal to final value is 28 plus initial value minus final value into e power minus t by tau value is 200 milliseconds. So t is equal to 0.5 substitute karo. This value becomes 28 minus 20 e power minus 0.5 by 200 milliseconds. So nearly equal to this value is 26.36 volts. Okay. Thank you. This is from the transient analysis.
Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon to all. So welcome to measurements. So these are all memory based questions. So far we have received in measurements only one question, right? This question is related to Wheatstone bridge question. Okay. Consider the following. Consider the Wheatstone bridge as the given figure shown in below figure. Okay. What are they given? They given as ratio arms. P and Q are called ratio arms. P is how much? 2000 ohms. Q is 500 ohms. Okay. And battery internal resistance. But battery internal resistance is given as 1 ohm. It is almost negligible. Right. So no need to consider battery internal resistance. Battery voltage is 50 volts. Fine. Galvanometer internal resistance. This is galvanometer. The galvanometer internal resistance is 50 ohms is given. Okay. It may not be required. But what they are asking, find the value of resistance S. In this question, unknown resistance R also given. How much unknown resistance R is given? 3000 ohms. Fine, 3000 ohms. Find the value of S under balanced condition. We know very well. Bridge is under balanced condition. Current flowing through detector is 0. Current flowing through detector is 0. Whenever the current flowing through detector is 0, what is the balance condition? Tell me. The bridge balance condition. Bridge balance condition. Right. Ratio ratio arms. P by Q is equal to R upon S, or otherwise simply product of opposite arms are equal. So PS is equal to RQ. I think everything is given. Is a one mark question, very easiest question. Okay. So I want to find S. S is equal to R into Q, product of opposite arms 3000 into 500 upon, right, this is 2000 ohms. Yeah, just these things are cancelled. 3 into 5, 15, 1500 by 2, 1500 by 2 is how much? 750 ohms. Right, the standard resistance S is 750 ohms. Right, so far we have received only one question. Right, actual questions we may get once the gate paper will be going to release. Right, maybe after 1 week. Thank you. That's all from measurements. Okay.
Hi dear students, I was able to get two questions from English part. Let me explain. This question, a shopkeeper sells lemon. Here lemon is. You are asked to identify the okay, what part of word this lemon belongs to. Subject, verb, object and predicate. Predicate is something that tells what a subject does, right? She sings melodiously. She is the subject. Except the subject, the rest of the part is called predicate, the verb and the modifiers. Now, subject is a shopkeeper. This is the subject. Sells is the verb, the action word. This is action word. And lemon is the object. I teach English. I is the subject, teach is the verb, English is the object. He plays cricket. He is the subject, plays is the verb, cricket is the object, right? So obviously answer is object, right? Let's look at the second question. Now it is match the words. Lethal. There is a movie called Lethal Weapon, right? Lethal is a deadly. Lethal Weapon, there is a movie also, right? Literal means exact. Exact as it is, verbatim. Verbatim means word for word. So literal ka matlab verbatim. And lonely, everybody knows what lonely is, right? Lonely is being in isolation, that is solitary, being alone. Now lousy. Lousy is disgusting, very bad, right? Very bad. Terrific is a positive word. Great. Terrible is a negative word. Terrible is, lousy is terrible. This is it. These are the two questions I was able to get. I don't know if some more questions have been asked in English. Hope all of you have done well. Good luck.
Yeah. Let's now talk about control system questions. Questions of control system we are going to take up. As of now, we could collect only 3 questions based on the memory, but according to actual response sheet, there have to be more. This question, we have got a second order system, 100 upon s into s plus 10, s plus 100, which is supposed to be an open loop control system. Give me a second. Yeah, and in this, we are asked to find the delay time, rise time, and settling time, and the time constant of the system. See, obtaining the closed loop transfer function of this, it is 100 upon so square plus 100s plus 100, whose zeta comes out to be 5, which is over a damped system. So roots are real and unequal. So after obtaining the roots of it, they are approximately minus 0.98 something, minus 1 and minus 100. These are the approximate roots of it. I mean, rounding off to the nearby values. This is the dominant root. So it can be approximated to a first order system with a pole at minus 1. So time constant is 1, reciprocal of the absolute value of the pole. Time constant 1. And overdamped system is physically second order but functionally first order. Hence, the response analysis of overdamped system is similar to that of first order system. Rise time of first order system is 2.2 t for 10 to 90% range. Time constant 1, so 2.2. Settling time by default for 2% criteria, it is 4t, so that is 4 seconds. And delay time, that is 0.7 t, that is 0.7 seconds. This is the answer to this question. We are given with the state model, state equation, output equation for the closed loop system to have poles at minus 2 plus r minus j3, minus 2 plus r minus j3, find the values of AB. This is A matrix. From the state model, the formula for the characteristic equation is mod Si minus A is equal to 0, which we can obtain it to be S square minus AS plus AB is equal to 0. And that characteristic equation based on the poles will become S square plus 4S plus 13 is equal to 0. Based on this data, A is supposed to be minus 4, B is supposed to be minus 13 by 4. This has to be the answer according to the data that we received. And there was another question that was based on Bode plot. The question came out to be something like this, question number 3. With an initial slope of minus 20 dB per decade, later a slope of 0 dB per decade with some corner frequency omega naught. To the best of my knowledge, the question is to find the transfer function of it. So the open loop transfer function, because of the initial slope, one pole at origin, and the slope changing from minus 20 to 0 dB per decade, that should be a 0, which can be written somewhat like this. This has to be the answer if it is about transfer function and if this is what given. That's all. More questions, of course, we can see only when the response sheet comes.
So hi dear students, I hope you have done well.
myself Addada Rajkumar and my colleague Iftikhar sir, we are going to give analog electronics solutions. We are expecting 4 questions we got, sir.
Yes, we
Sir.
received 4 questions.
Yeah.
And you can let us know how many questions exactly
In
came.
that, one op-amp question has been covered, and one BJT with Zener diode, which is a regulator question, has been came. And one more is MOSFET based question.
MOSFET based
It's a
question.
normal statement.
Statement based question was there.
And one is diode clipper question has came.
Yes.
These 4 questions came. Overall, I think all the topics have been covered.
Yes.
So let me complete first 2 questions. Remaining 2 questions, my colleague Iftikhar sir will complete it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You can stand here, sir. No
Yes,
problem.
yes.
So this is the first question, which is an op-amp based question. You can see in this they have given some inverting amplifier, and in that AOL is nothing but open loop gain he has given, and the output voltage V0 is asking, Rn is infinite and R0 is 0. For such type of question we can use without virtual short, we have to use, because here error is there. So for that we have a standard formula also, directly we can solve this problem.
And we did similar question in GTQ also.
Yeah,
Similar question
the
we
same
covered
question we have done
in
it
this year's GTQ session also.
Wonderful. So first closed loop gain we can find out with a formula here, that is minus Rf by R1 divided by 1 plus 1 by AOL into 1 plus Rf by R1. This is the standard formula for error calculation in the closed loop gain concept. So we can apply directly the formula. In this formula, I have assumed that this is Rf and this is R1. Okay. So we will substitute these values. After substituting, we are getting ACL value is around
16 point
minus, I think 16.66.
66, yeah.
Yeah. This is the value you can expect from the data. After that, V0 if you want, it is nothing but closed loop gain into input times. It is minus 16.66 into
100 millivolts.
our input has given is 100 millivolts. So 100 millivolts. So what is the answer, sir? Minus 1.66 volts. So we are expecting this is the answer for this question.
If question was about gain, then it will be minus 16.66.
Yeah.
And if question was about output voltage, it will be minus 1.66 volt.
Yeah, perfect, sir.
Yes.
Perfect. Next question. So this is one more question, which is a BJT voltage regulator concept. We have already discussed in the classes this question. It's a fundamental question. But in this question, they are not asking V0, all these things. Efficiency they are asking. Power efficiency.
Yes, sir.
Maximum. Maximum efficiency is nothing but it's nothing but power efficiency. Power efficiency means here P out we have to calculate. Here we must have PIN. Here we have to calculate PIN. In this, if I take this as II current, this side we have some IR current, this side is IC current, this side is IE current, which is IE is nothing but your IL current. So in this case,
and beta was given infinite, I think.
Infinite. Beta they have given infinite. The meaning is this current and this current is same. IC is equal to IE and IE is equal to IL. So we can take IC current. Here is 100 milliamps you can take. And if you want V0 here, it is the VZ minus of VBE is the value. This is VZ minus of VBE will be V0, which is coming to be around 5.4 minus 0.6, which is nothing but 4.8 volts. This V0 is completed. So power output is very easy to calculate now, which is V0 into IL. So V0 is 4.8 into IL is 100 milliamps. So the answer will be around 480 milliwatts. So this is our power output. Power output is completed now. Power input we'll see now. Power input means first we have to catch II current, which is IR plus IC. So IR is coming by 10 minus 5.4 by 5K. How much, sir? IR value?
Here
I think
0.92, I think.
0.92 milliamps. Good.
Yes.
0.92 milliamps plus this current is 100 milliamps. So I am expecting it will be 100.92 milliamps. This is IA current. Okay. After calculating IA current, we will get the power input how much. It is VI into II. So VI value is 10 into 100.92 milliamps. I think it's coming around how much?
1009.2
1009. Yeah, 1009.2 milliwatts. So in this manner, we got the power output, we got the power input, so we can find out the efficiency. So I'm expecting efficiency. I'll do it here. P out by Pn. So the answer is 480 milliwatts divided by 1009.2 milliwatts. So this will give the efficiency into 100%. You can take into 100. So the answer is expected around 47.5%. Very beautiful question. So with this, these two questions, I am expecting our students has been done well. Remaining two questions, my friend will take. Yes, sir will take.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Solution.
Yes, sir.
You come this side.
Dear students, we got one more question from students, and this is statement based question. Statements we could not receive what exactly they were given in the question, so we assume that these are the statements which have come in the question. Okay, so based on this I will give you the answer. We have to tell which statement is correct for single stage MOSFET amplifier. You know well, in MOSFET we have three amplifiers: common source, common drain and common gate. Common source is a inverting type amplifier. It will give you 180 phase shift, whereas common gate and common drain, they are called non-inverting amplifiers because they provide 0 phase shift. Okay, so now let us see the statements. Statement A will be wrong because only common source is inverting.
Yeah.
Then B statement says common source is inverting and common gate is non-inverting. Now that will be correct option.
This is correct answer.
Okay, common source inverting and common gate non-inverting, that is the correct statement. And I tell you again, we didn't get exact statements how they came in the question. We assume that these are the statements that might have come in the question. So based on that, we have given the answer here. Okay, let us go to next question.
Actually, I'll do it.
Yeah,
This is the question.
this is based on a simple diode circuit, and we have been asked to tell how much will be average current through diode. The diode is ideal and we should calculate average diode current. Okay,
So just one minute.
yeah,
Most of the times, I think in this clipper questions, they ask you the waveforms.
yes sir,
This is the first time I'm saying average.
Average
of this,
current they have
clipper.
asked. Yeah.
And this is called a series clipper circuit.
yes,
Sir will do the calculation.
yes.
See that.
First I will show the waveform here. This is the input is given as a 100 sine 2 pi into 50t. We can convert that into standard form 100 sine alpha. Let me write it as 100 sine alpha. Okay, this is the input given, and if I draw it here as a waveform, that input will be a sine wave. This I am taking it as alpha, and input will vary from 100 volt to minus 100 volt. And this input will be compared here with 50 volt. Okay, so let me show 50 volt also as a reference here. This is 50 volt. Now what happens here is when input is greater than 50, that diode will be in on condition. Okay, if input greater than 50, diode will become on. So we have to consider only this interval where input is greater than 50. Okay, from this point to this point, diode will be in on condition. Let us call it as some theta 1, and this we can call theta 2, and we can easily calculate theta 1, theta 2. Theta 2 will be 180 minus theta 1. You know property of sine wave. We are assuming here input becoming 50 volt at alpha equal to theta 1. Input will become again 50 volt at alpha equal to 180 minus theta 1. We can now calculate theta 1. You can use simple mathematics. 100 sine theta 1 is equal to 50. So from here you can calculate theta 1. Sine theta 1 is equal to 50 by 100, it will be half. So we can say theta 1 equal to 30 degree, or it will be pi by 6. And what will be theta 2? Theta 2 will be 180 minus theta 1, it will be 150 degree, or 5 pi by 6, 5 pi by 6. Okay, so diode is going to conduct from pi by 6 to 5 pi by 6. That we need to first decide here. Then we will calculate the average current. Before that, let me write here instantaneous current. This is the current. Okay, that current I will be, let me write here, current I equal to, it will be Vs minus 50, that input is 100 sin alpha, I am writing directly, minus 50 divided by 10 ohm. Diode is ideal, we can take it as a short circuit. Now this will become I equal to, it will be 10 sin alpha minus 5, and this current will flow from pi by 6 to 5 pi by 6. Then we will calculate the average value. To calculate average, we know the formula I average equal to area under the waveform divided by time period. Area by time period. The time period we can take it as 2 pi, and area means integration, and we will do integration from pi by 6 to 5 pi by 6. For the remaining time, current will be 0 because diode will be off. This is 10 sin alpha, integration of current, okay, minus 5 into d alpha. This integration we need to perform. Let me just do few steps. Calculation part everybody can carry out. It will be 1 by 2 pi into, if you integrate, this will become minus 10 cos alpha minus 5 alpha, and limit is pi by 6 to 5 pi by 6. This calculation part you can perform, and if you do this calculation, you will be getting an answer 4.42 ampere. Okay, so in this question, the average current passing through diode is 4.42 ampere. This required a little bit of calculation, but it's an easy question.
2 marks question, I think this is.
Yes, this might have come for 2 marks.
2 marks.
And the students, you can also inform us in the comments, okay, totally how many questions came from analog. We could gather.
We received 4 questions.
4
only.
questions.
Maybe
Yes.
expecting one more question may come.
Yeah, might have come.
But questions are very comfortable.
Yes.
Who has prepared well, these questions are very easy and they can do it.
Yes, sir.
Anyway.
Yes. Best wishes to all
Thank
of you.
you. Thank you
Yes.
very much. Yeah.
Hi. There are 4 questions in the power system so far what you have got it. So in this one what is happening is he is asking that one is how to get the losses. So we know one thing is that one is actually here one hidden data is also there, that is lambda equal to 70.25 rupees per megawatt hour. Okay, these are data that what you can have is. Now the thing is that what's happening is we need to calculate the losses. So he's saying that one is the power loss is equals to how much. As per the data has been question has been given, this one is if you could be able to calculate the PG1, okay, so हमारा काम हो जाता है. So therefore what is happening is we have to make an exercise for the calculation of the PG1. So for that one is what you have to do here is first of all you take this one is DC1 by what it is DPG1. So we'll take the different color of the pen so that we can have an effectiveness. So this is equals to मतलब इसको differentiate करो. So you will be having 0.02 Pg1 plus 50. This one is, and here it is. You can take this one is dou PL by what it is dou Pg1. So that is equals to how much it is 0.002 into what it is Pg1 minus 50. Okay, this one is. Now we know one thing is that one is ln you need to take it the penalty factor that equal to 1 by 1 minus dou PL by what it is dou P1. So that means what is happening is here you got it, you make the differentiation minus of this one, then you are having one formula that is lambda equal to ln into IC. What is the IC? Incremental cost. That is nothing but the DC1 by DP1. So that is equals to 1 minus this is 1 minus dou PL by dou P is equal to how much it is 0.002 of what it is Pg1 minus 50. Okay, of this one is IC. IC is equal to how much it is 0.02 Pg1 plus 50. Okay, so this is equal to 70.25. So from this you are getting Pg1 as how much it is 170 megawatts. So now the PL is equal to 0.001 into 170 minus 50 whole square. This is equals to 14.4 megawatts. This is the calculation. Here the thing is that one is some people will think in such a way that one is okay, the cost characteristics of the second generator has been given, but what to do with this one? It is nothing to do it. Sometimes what's happening is हम लोग को थोड़ा गुमराह करने के लिए और हमारी अकल कितनी अच्छी तरह हम इस्तेमाल कर रही है सब देखने के लिए वो लोग क्या करते हैं कि थोड़ा अननेसेसरी डेटा भी ये देता है. कभी कभी आप लोग ये मत सोचो कि जितना डेटा दिया था सारी की सारी यूज किया जाए, ठीक है. सो जितना चाहिए उतना ही कर लेना. Right, this is the solution for this one is it is the 14.4 megawatts as per the information we got it, as per the details we got it. Okay na, right. So it is 184 megawatts, right, this one. Next question. So a system is consisting of n number of buses. The number of generator buses are P and the load buses are Q. Find the size of the Jacobian. Right. So normally what is happening is we are having a formula that one is size of the Jacobian in general is equals to 2n minus m minus 1. What is n? Total number of buses. What is m? Number of buses whose voltage magnitudes are specified. And what is the minus 1? It is for the slack bus. Actually here you have to get the solution in the two parts. Actually here the specification has been given for the generator bus and as well as the load bus only. There intentionally it is not being given the slack bus. Okay. Sometimes some interpretations are also been there. If the slack bus is not been given by that one you need to assume the slack bus. But in this case strictly what I feel that one is it is a numerical concern. Therefore, what is happening is if it is not been given, don't take that one is. If the slack bus is not been there, its formulation will become 2n minus m. What is the m? Number of buses whose voltage magnitudes are specified. That is here this is 2n means n is the number of buses minus what it is number of buses whose voltage magnitude are specified. At which the voltage magnitude is specified at the slack bus and as well as the generator bus. Slack bus anyhow is not been given, therefore the generator bus. The number of generator buses are P. So So this is the answer. 2n minus p is the answer. That is, I mean, here you need to take like this also, cross 2n minus m minus 1. So that means the final answer is 2n minus p cross 2n minus p. It is the final answer that what you can have is. Clear? The solution that what you can have is. Next. This is the configuration as the Weber's matrix. Generally, I used to tell in the class, okay, it is the case of that one is a phase shifting transformer is being there. Whenever this off nominal ratio has been given as the, actually it should be like this, is to 1. Whenever the off nominal ratio has been given like this, it indicates the phase shifting transformer. Suppose the off nominal ratio has been given like this, what it is, A is to 1, that indicates the tap changing transformer, and the complex number is being there, means the phase shifting transformer is there. What the phase shifting transformer will do is that will change the phase and as well as the magnitude also. Phase and magnitude both to be get changed. The abnormal ratio should be of a complex number. So that is the reason what is happening is A plus JB is there. So this one is, with this the Y bus you can directly can be write as, here the point is that what is happening is it is a direct question, direct derivation. So that is the reason what is happening is I will not derive it, and for you people also I am advising that one is for this direct question थोड़ा रट मार के चले जाओ, कोई problem नहीं है. So Y bus it is this equals to Y divided by A square plus B square minus Y divided by A minus JB, here it is minus Y divided by A plus JB, and it is Y. So this is the concern that what you can have is, okay, this is the Y bus matrix that you are going to have it. Okay, na? So in general case, most of the people are saying that Y bus is always symmetric. No, Y bus is not always symmetric, because the thing is that symmetry should come when the B and C parameters will be the same, but the B and C parameters are not being the same. So that is the reason Y bus the general case, normal case, that is resistance and reactance, and the this one is a line charging impedance and the tap changing transformer. In these three cases, the Y bus can be taken as the this one is symmetry will be there. But while you are taking the case of the phase shifting transformer, it will not be like that. Okay, so with the existence of this phase shifting transformer, the Y bus is like this. Okay, so that means that what is happening is you can frame the matrix like this. What is that? IP and IS equals to, okay, this Y bus, okay, into, so here what it is VP and as well as the VS. So this is the equation that comes from that you will be getting, this is the Y bus matrix you are getting it. The direct question it is in the class notes you can get it. Next is that one is, if the magnitude of the all the phases remains same and all the phase angles are incremented by small, what is the effect on zero sequence component? Actually we know one thing is that when the zero sequence components are existing in coplanar, so that means that what is happening is VA naught and VB naught and as well as the VC naught. The moment when these three zero sequence components are existing with the grounding, the moment when the phase currents have been touched into the ground, so the ground is the infinitely distributed plane in which what is happening is a phase angle or phase sequence does not exist. So that means that what is happening is it is given that one is the magnitude is remains same, means magnitude ever same, the phase angle has been changed means but we know one thing is that one is for the zero, at the zero sequence components, at the zero sequence concern, so there is no phase sequence is existing. So that is why what is happening is there is no change in the phase angle also. So magnitude and phase angle does not change is the right answer. So till so far what is happening is we got these kind of questions. Once the paper comes, we will come with full-fledged solutions. Until then, bye. Thank you.
Hello dear students, very good evening. So one question has been given in digital electronics. Let us discuss the question. So based on this logic circuit, let us solve this question. Actually this gate, as per the question, it is AND gate, it's not OR gate, it's AND gate. So as it is memory based question, you can understand that. So observe here, it's a NOR gate. So therefore the three inputs are X, Y, Z. So the output is X naught, X bar dot Y bar dot Z bar. And come to this one, this is a NOT gate. So you will get here, it is X bar, and this is directly connected. So this is X, and for this AND gate you have got one is Z input, another one is X bar. Okay, so therefore this output of this AND gate, X bar and X, it is 0, and this one is also AND gate. So it is simply, this is X bar Z, X bar Z, and this is one OR gate. So by the way, you'll get X bar Z here, and this input is X bar dot Y bar dot Z bar. So here it is very simple, it's AND gate, product of these two. So therefore you can easily understand, one is X bar, Z bar, other one is Z. So Z bar dot Z is equal to 0. So the answer is 0. Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the solution of the gate. This is memory based question. The question very simple, a ring having charge q uniformly distributed over its having radius r, right. So basically there is a ring, correct, whose radius is r further, and q point charge at the center. So there is a q point and there is a uniformly charged ring, something like this, right. So this is a uniformly charged ring, and how much charge is there? So plus q charge is there, right. Then the force exerted on q by small q, on small q by q. Obviously, the force will be acting from the all the side because charge is uniformly distributed. So obviously, net force, the summation of force will be always 0, right. So answer will be 0. So that's it.
Hello my dear students. So I am here to explain solutions for power electronics gate 2026. Okay. So now you can go through this question. Okay. So this is the ID. So diode is ideal here. Okay. So the value of load resistance is, 10 ohms, and E is equal to 50 volts. Okay. So in this case we have to find RMS value of current passing through the diode. Okay. So this is the diode current or load current, both are same here. So here RMS value of diode current, not RMS, average I think. So they are asking average current. Okay. So average diode current, same as average output current. So if you see here, this is our supply voltage. Okay. This is our supply voltage. This is the EMF. of omega t. So after simplifying this, we get 1 by 2 pi r into Vm into cos of theta 1 minus cos of theta 2 minus E into theta 2 minus theta 1. So calculate the value of theta 1 and theta 2 here. Theta 1 is equal to sine inverse of E by Vm. So sine inverse of E value is 50. The peak voltage is 100 volts here. See here, the peak voltage is 100 volts here. So you will get 30 degrees, that is pi by 6 radians. Okay. So from this we can calculate theta 2, pi minus theta 1, it is 5 pi by 6 radians. Of course, in terms of degrees, 150 degrees. So let us calculate this value. 1 by 2 pi into resistance is 10 ohms. So Vm is 100, cos of theta 1 is 30 degrees, minus cos of 150 degrees, minus of E is 50, theta 2 minus theta 1, this is in radians. This is the important point. So this is 5 pi by 6 minus pi by 6. So just simplify this value, you will get 1.08 amperes. Okay. So dear students, this question already we have discussed in our regular course. Only thing is, instead of thyristor, it is diode here. So direct question from our madeeasy classroom notes. Okay. So next, let us go back to the next question. Okay. So next question, it is from inverters. This question is from inverters. Go through this diagram. Okay. So here the switch is BJT, or it may be IGBT also, and the load is pure inductive. Okay. This is the inductor current or output current. So S1 D1, S2 D3, S3 D3 and S4 D4. So here they have given the waveform passing through the output. So here whenever the load is pure inductive type, output current is triangular waveform, that is already given in the question. Okay. So time axis is in terms of, okay, so it is in terms, let it be omega t or whatever may be the case. We don't know whether it is given in microseconds or simply I am considering it as radians. Okay. Okay. So now this is 2 pi, this is pi, this is pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. Okay. The peak value of current given is, see here, the peak value of current 5 amperes. This is the IP, that is 5 amperes. Negative peak is minus 5 amperes. Okay. So if you see the sequence, from the positive cycle, first diodes will conduct. Diodes D1 and D2 will conduct. Next switches S1 and S2 will conduct. Again D3, D4 will conduct. S3, S4 will conduct. So I think you know this sequence, we have discussed in the regular course also. Now regarding the data, we are not sure that, suppose they are asking RMS value of current passing through this module. So let us consider this is the upper module. So here, from here to here, S1, first D1 will conduct. See, from here to here, first D1, then S1 will conduct. I am considering this one as a module. Okay. If the RMS value they are asking for this total module, okay. So both RMS value of the module, RMS value of the module. Switch module, switch diode combination module, switch diode combination module. So if they ask this question, simple logic, so that means for half cycle you have to. So output RMS current can be written as like this. Output RMS current is see here, output RMS current for triangular waveform it is peak value by root 3 for triangular waveform. Okay. Then next RMS value of this module. If you see the RMS value of this module, this is actually 5 by root 3. 5 by root 3. 5 by root 3. Now RMS value of this total module for half cycle, this is nothing but 5 by root 3. Okay. If you want for half cycle, it is output RMS current for pi radians out of 2 pi radians whole power 1 by 2. Okay. So that is nothing but this is 5 by root 3 into 1 by root 2. So that come to 5 by root 6 amperes. So if you calculate this, you will get 2.04 amperes. Dear students, this is the RMS value of this total module. I am considering this as a module. RMS value of the upper module S1 D1 combination is 2.04 amperes. Okay, I am not sure about the data given. Suppose they are asking RMS value of current passing through any switch, same as RMS value of current passing through any diode. If you want like this, you can write output RMS current. See, each switch is conducting for each switch or diode. See, conduction angle of each switch or diode pi by 2 out of 2 pi and whole power 1 by 2. So this is 5 by root 3 into 1 by 4 under root 1 by 2. So if you calculate this, 1.44 you will get 1.44 amperes. So that means individually, if you want to find RMS value of current passing through each switch or current passing through each diode, then it is 1.44 amperes. If you want the RMS value for the whole module in the upper leg, both combination of switch and diode, that is 2.04 amperes. So this is very easy question, but we are not clear about the given question, okay, in the data according to the memory based questions. Okay, students. So this is also very easy questions. So we will go back to the next question. Next question is from Choppers. Next question is from Choppers. Okay. It is a boost converter. Boost converter. And you know the diagram of boost converter. In the boost converter, they have given inductor current. Just see here. Inductor current is given. Time is expressed in microseconds. Time is expressed in microseconds. So this is the inductor current. If you see here, the peak value of current is 6 amperes. Okay, and this is 20 and this is 10. So here the switch is on and here the diode is on. Okay, so if you see the duty ratio, it is 10 by 20. That is 1 by 2, and the shape of IL waveform is at the boundary. Shape of IL waveform is at the boundary. In the case of boost converter, inductor current, supply current are same. You know the diagram, right? So I want to find at the boundary IL average is equal to delta IL by 2. This equation is valid only at the boundary. I think you know the boundary condition, students. See here, IL waveform is at the boundary. At the boundary, IL average is half of delta IL. That means IL average passes through the center point of this. This is delta IL by 2. It is delta IL by 2. Delta IL by 2. Okay. So that comes to be 3 amperes. Okay. So here IL average is, this is nothing but supply current or IL average, that is 6 by 2, 3 amperes. Okay. Now in the given boost converter, they have given at the boundary, see here, you know very well, IL average is equal to I naught by 1 minus alpha. Okay. And also I naught is equal to IL average into 1 minus alpha. This is 3 amperes into 1 minus 0.5. So I think you will get 3 by 2, 1.5 amperes. 1.5 amperes. If you see here, the load current is 1.5 amperes. So what is the load voltage in the boost converter? So the load voltage is equal to I naught into R. So 1.5 into the resistance, load resistance is this is 15 volts. Now we have to find out the supply voltage in boost converter. So in the case of boost converter, supply voltage is equal to, you know, this equation is valid even at the boundary, even for continuous conduction. Okay. So V naught is 15 by 1 minus 0.5. Okay. So this is the supply voltage. Small correction, students. V naught is equal to Vs by 1 minus alpha. So Vs is equal to V naught into 1 minus alpha. V naught is 15 into 1 minus 0.5. So supply voltage, or that is also called VDC in the question. So 15 by 2, that is nothing but 7.5 volts. Okay, students. So answer for this question is 7.5 volts. So that is the question given from Chopers. Okay. So according to the data what we have got. Okay. The next one more question. Voltage is 325 sine of 100 pi t. Okay. Equation of current is 12 into sine of 100 pi t plus 9 into sine of 300 pi t. Okay. Find the input power factor. You know, same frequency components here. So there is, this frequency is not associated with this. Okay. So I want to find power factor. Power factor is equal to active power by apparent power. Here power is due to fundamental component. Fundamental power by Vrms into Irms. So what is the fundamental power here? Fundamental power 325 by root 2 into 12 by root 2 into cos of angle between these two phasors 0 degrees divided by Vrms is 325 by root 2. What is Irms? Under root of 12 by root 2 whole square plus 9 by root 2 whole square. So just calculate this value, you will get 0.8. So this is very easy question, students. Okay. So as per the memory based data questions in power electronics, I have completed the video solutions. For one of the questions there is no data properly, that is why we could not find out the solution for that, because of proper data is not given. So as far as the power electronics is concerned, all questions are very moderate and easy questions. Definitely you attended my classes, everyone will solve these questions, right students? Thank you students.